It's been a difficult few hours, Ravi.
Really difficult. So guys, we went to check this out with faith. Faith that Ranbir Kapoor can act, faith that Deepika would carry it through if he couldn't, and that Imtiaz Ali could deliver a complex and interesting film. The problem with that is that Ranbir was given this role where he's given a ton of space and he's going through all of this psychological drama. He has a few difficulties, issues mentally, and he is going through this transformational journey where he transforms so much that he finds love. Where have we seen that before?
In every single Bollywood film in the universe.
Right, okay, so that's where we are with this. So I'm going to hand over to you to give a bit of an overview of what we thought of the acting.
Well, the acting was messy. And one of the reasons why we felt that the acting was messy is because of the script. Now, the script, guys, the script was awful. It was all over the place. It wasn't like a normal conversation that you would have in the movie world. It was like a conversation that you would have as me and Ravi are sitting down just having a conversation over dinner or something like that.
Should have watched 3 hours of Bollyfools instead.
Yeah. Yeah, so damn true. So that's what it felt like. It felt very sketchy, very flat. And as a result of that, the performance between Deepika and Ranbir suffered hugely. In actual fact, I don't think they could have done much because it was such a poor script.
So, I agree. I just think that in this film, you've got two actors who've had a real life romance, okay? So at the very least, you should feel tension or chemistry or something. Ranbir tried to dominate the screen in the way that a lot of actors can. He can't, and he didn't. And in doing so, it made Deepika's role quite small. He shared screen time, but she was compressed, and it didn't let her express how good she is. She was somewhat captivating at times. The second half more so, but ultimately it was a big letdown from the pair of them. Yeah,
absolutely, and it was. There's these points in the film where Ranbir has these friggin' emotional meltdowns and he goes friggin' mad. But it's not, when we were watching it, it wasn't, oh my god, that's so powerful, that's so moving. This dude is really going through some serious shit. It was, damn, that is such a funny scene. It was almost as if we were watching a comedy at times.
Yeah, and the only thing I'll say is, I agree, 100%, but there was a nice tone about. So the film actually takes place in some really stunning locations, right? It does some really nice stuff. Apparently it's filmed in Corsica, it does some really nice stuff there. Lots of back alley, nice little bistros, bits and pieces. Ranbir's filmed in Venice before, that whole thing. They both actually filmed in Venice before, if I'm not mistaken. So I loved that sort of the cinematography and the locations. And what it did was there were parts with Deepika where you thought, okay, she's falling in love, or she's going on this romantic kind of epiphany, but it was also kind of stuck in those moments because when they moved away from those beautiful locations and into the more day-to-day kind of life of it all, it dropped away again, and that's why it was really inconsistent when we were trying to believe in their love story.
Imtiaz Ali. Now Imtiaz is no joke. He's done some amazing films, but I don't know what the hell happened to the dude in this film, because as far as I could see, this film just had a lot of cheap tricks behind it. And what I mean by cheap tricks, a lot of the stuff that filmmakers do, some filmmakers, is you've got a situation that takes place, all right, let's say it's a breakup, and this person moves on with their life, all right? 4 years go by, but it's done with a soundtrack on top. And that's a really cheap way of cutting up their life, because we really want to break down exactly their emotions, their feelings of exactly what's happening. And it wasn't just once that you could actually say, okay, you know what, fair enough, Imtiaz didn't want, we'll take that away. It was a number of times. There was constant music. Where did just didn't need to be any.
No. And with that, you know, that forced emotion, it's really difficult to buy into it because for us anyway, I roll my eyes. I know you do as well. When they do that, when they you're like, oh, God, okay, we get it, right? And that's not a nice reaction for an audience to have. In fact, what should happen is when that music kicks in, because you already believe in the characters, you sort of, they're pulling your heartstrings just enough to draw some tears or get some goosebumps, and that just didn't happen in this, and it was because it was so disjointed. It's such a disjointed movie. The second half is better, and the directing kind of came together. You could kind of see doing some stuff so that we can get to the second half and make it cohesive, but overall, not the greatest job in the world.
No, it wasn't, and I just want to touch upon the thing that made me cringe. Guys, this film has the worst kissing scene I have ever seen in a film. How bad was that kissing scene with Ranbir and Deepika?
I don't know. Well, now we know why they broke up.
Well, anyway, guys, look, that's our breakdown of the film. Regardless of what we think, we feel still it's important that you give us your views. You know, we've got our take on it. We want to know your take.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But if you have 3 hours to spend this weekend, do it watching Bollyfools rather than watching Tamasha.
I think I'm going to have to agree with Ravi. But if you have seen the film, put it down in the comment section. We want to read up on your thoughts as well. So anyway, that's our review of Tamasha. It's your boy Salam.
It's Ravi.
Peace out.
Deepika.